Remember, I'm sorry. Let me try that again. Remember, Shank. Remember. Also, sorry about Shanknanigans and all that good stuff. We should be back at this point. And I just realized that we haven't done this in 3 months, and I changed everything up, and apparently it may not like Zoom again, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll work. Please continue, Matt, where you were at. What were we talking about?
We were talking about what I had done. So what I've done.
I hate yourself.
Yeah, thank you. So I did take the time to scribble down some notes quick. So let's see. Let's try to get through this quick. So so in terms of watching stuff, we've kept up on The Rookie. I've fallen behind on Quantum Leap. I've obviously watched some since we've been gone, but I think I'm 4 episodes behind, and I think the season finale just dropped. So, so I need to catch up on that. I've made it to season 5 of Better Call Saul, so I'm in the final season. So that shows, I can definitely say I like it better than Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And I know Dave's a fan of it, so.
Yeah, I've said that I think overall Better Call Saul is the better show.
Yeah.
Especially just like you get, the entire arc of it and the, oh man, those last few seasons they're a ride.
Yeah. It's been wild. And getting to him now where he is now, finally where it's the point. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Then on the anime front, we've been watching Tokyo Revengers, which is apparently going to be done pretty soon because we're already in arc 4 of 5 from the manga. So it's going to be a relatively short-lived one. Season 1 of Nier Automata is on break again because people in the studio keep getting sick. So that one's been pretty sporadic, but we've been keeping up on that one.
Have you checked out Far Automata yet?
No.
Okay.
Haven't seen that one yet.
Okay.
Then we watched the entirety of maybe season 1. It was originally announced that it was just a one shot, but it kind of left on a cliffhanger. So maybe they're looking for an opportunity to do season 2 of Trigun Stampede. Show's gotten pretty mixed reviews, I think. I mean, I remember watching the original Trigun when it was out on Toonami. As the last time I watched the original Trigun. So I don't have like a lorehound knowledge of it, but I remember enjoying it. And I also enjoyed this one. It's similar, but also very different. I think it's more different than it is similar. I think a lot of people felt like it should have either done something completely different or followed the original more closely, and it doesn't do either of those things. It walks a weird middle line until the end where it just janks off into somewhere else. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought it was good, and they definitely, if they do a season 2 of it, it left off in a really place to do something completely new and unique with the show. So we'll see. I enjoyed it. And then
Crodad said it's the first anime he ever watched, and it's his favorite of all time.
Hey, well, that there's a way that happens, right? A lot of time your first of something ends up being your favorite because it makes the biggest impression. And there's actually psychological and brain chemistry reasons for that, but we won't get into that. I am going to try to sit down and rewatch it because I think they just added the entire Japanese dub onto Crunchyroll, so I do want to go back and watch the original again. I just don't remember.
It ages.
Oh yeah, it ages. I mean, I do definitely like the animation style, and the one for the new one is jarring at first, but my brain at least adapted to it really quick. And it does some really cool action scene stuff. There's a lot of really cool kind of almost Mappa inspired like spins in the battle and stuff, but with the 3D rendering model they used, it does some really cool effects that you really couldn't, almost 3D type without any 3D, So
does it still look like Night Owl did it? I mean, because that was like the whole.
Say that again. Sorry.
Does it still look like like Night Owl art? Like because he
You're losing me. I'm sorry. I'm not tracking you. I'm tired or something. What do you?
Okay. Does it look like the style, like the style? Does it look like the original?
Inspired by, but interpretation of. Think
Okay.
like high quality fan art.
Okay. Because
Um,
like the first one, like I was a huge fan of like all the designs of like the characters and everything like that, and
yeah, it's got a heavy yeah, the original's got a heavy. It's heavy in that '90s style of
yeah.
anime, right? This does not do that, but it takes inspiration from it.
Okay.
Credit.
And
Oh, go ahead.
proceeded to a modern. Well, didn't they? They did do a
I was going to say, I thought they did a recent
FLCL.
reboot of Fooly Cooly. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Recent, as in like within the last 5 years.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they did.
I didn't watch it though, so I can't speak to
I
it.
did
but
not either. I meant to, but yeah.
I mean, I wasn't totally sold on the original, so but that's just a me thing. So then and then this weekend we get the next arc of Demon Slayer. So looking forward to that picking up here. Oh, and something else just started back up. Dang it. What was it? Oh
Attack
no,
on-
Hell's Paradise? Hell's Paradise just had its episode 1, which is was it called the Dark Trilogy or something like that they call it, which is Mappa's doing all 3 of them. It's Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, and Jujutsu Kaisen. So those 3, they're all being done by Mappa, and they're all like this, not associated, but they're bundled together in a lot of people's mind of a similar type and style of a manga. So it's definitely a different art style for Mappa. So that's been interesting because I was used to the JJK Chainsaw Man style animation, and this one's more normal. I guess it's like more stereotypical anime style, which I guess it's trying to follow the book art style. Mitchell's got a bunch of the volumes of the manga, so I might have to break down and read that some too. But all right, so that's pretty much my viewing history and good to go. Reading, I got behind and caught up on all my main comics again. I still have a stack of non-main comics that I need to catch up on. That's not insignificant. Really going to work to get that done here this year. I'm going to get caught up and I'm going to stay caught up. It's probably not going to happen, but that's my goal. I'm up to book 16 of the Dresden Files, which is Peace Talks, which means I think I only have one more left before I'm into the multi-year wait that now has become waiting for Dresden Files books. So we'll probably go ahead and read the short story anthologies in the interim while we wait. But yeah,
I'd recommend The Name of the Wind series by Patrick Rothfuss. There's no wait on book 3.
Did the author pass? Or...
No. He's just been doing everything else. He's pulling a R.R. Salvatore. Wait, is that him? That's the guy that no, that's not him.
R.A. Salvatore, here Salvatore, however you pronounce that. That's the
but that's not him.
Dragons guy.
Yeah, that's not him either. I'm talking about.
You're talking about the Song of
Fire
Ice
and Fire.
Ice,
Yes.
Who's Martin. Yeah.
George R.R. Martin. That's it. See, I knew it had a double letter. That's all I.
That's all that.
Yeah.
Whew, that was a struggle there. We be getting old. Our brains don't work no more.
Hey.
You're 57. What are you talking about?
I hate you.
That's a joke that nobody but he and I get. So There we go. So then on the gaming front, we've played a little bit of Fortnite, but I haven't really been able to get into it. Just as a general rule, just time and everything lately. This season is better than last season, but it's just still haven't really had the freedom to get into it. A little bit of Vampire Survivor while we've been gone. I still haven't finished the original content yet, all the things. So every once in a while when I have a random half hour to do a run, I'll sit down and do that. I did get to the full original ending of Returnal. Ooh. I still have to get collect all the little wedge pieces ending and the Tower of Sisyphus ending. So I'll get to them someday. Who knows when? I did finish in Platinum God of War Ragnarok, which just recently had its New Game Plus. If you're so inclined to partake in something like that, just released. So if you did play God of War Ragnarok before, or you've been waiting for New Game Plus because you want to tear through the original story and then do your turn and burn on getting all the stuff play through, now might be a good time to jump in. It'll probably go on sale soon too, so wouldn't be too surprised to start seeing it. And wait a little bit longer, it might even show up on one of the plus tiers, because Horizon Forbidden West should just recently, which that also comes out this month, which I forgot about, which means I need to find some money. Crap. The DLC expansion.
I'd recommend killing the monster in the cave behind you.
Yes. That should have just enough gold on it, or at least sell the parts. And then the main chunk of my time recently has been playing Nier Replicant. I never played Nier. Would have been Gestalt back then because that was the version we got in North America, which became the sequel to was Nier Automata. I did play the crap out of Nier Automata. So I really felt when they did the remake of Replicant that it deserved my time and I should go ahead and do it. Automata is definitely the better game. They took all the things that they did in Replicant and Gestalt and definitely made them better. The game does not respect your time. They may have put some quality of life stuff in there, but they didn't put a lot of quality of life stuff. Let's put it that way. It plays like an old game that completely disrespects your schedule and your time.
That's my favorite thing that Matt's ever said about a game. Like,
yeah.
I just remember starting that out before. He was like, "Yeah, this game does not respect your time." I just thought that was the funniest thing. I've never heard anybody say that about a game. Like, you're just like, oh, it's just a time suck. Oh, there's just fetch quest. Like, oh, yeah, everything else. This one, like, this game flat out doesn't respect my time.
Now, 8/9 of the content is side quest. So, like, if you just burned the main story quest, you'd probably be done with this game in like 12 hours. I'm at like 42. That's like the difference in main versus side quest.
Wow.
And right now I'm really just wasting time because I'm breeding flowers.
Of course you are.
Literally subquested the game to breed flowers. It's the only subquest line I have left is breeding these stupid flowers.
That's something I need to stay away from. Then, thank you for that.
I mean, what kind of minigame is that? Is it match the stamens to the pestles, or how does that work?
No, they simplified it a bit more than that. You just have to plant the two right color plants together, and then there's a random chance that you'll get the next hybrid. So it's really dumb because that's not how plants work. But so if you plant all the blue and the gold together, there's a chance you'll get an indigo. Then if you plant all the peach and red, if you plant all the red and gold together, blue and gold gets indigo, red and gold gets peach, peach and pink gets white. So the ultimate goal is to get a white one, but I'm still working on the peach and pink ones. So, and they take like 48 real world hours to mature and produce seeds. So you're literally just waiting 48 real clock hours.
How disrespectful of your time.
I have to tell you, it's the most disrespectful of your time game ever. It started out with me just calling it side quest heavy, and then became, no, this game just disrespects you to the point where the game calls it out. You take a subquest and you got to go like from this end of the world to that end of the world, back to that end of the world, back to the other end of the world for one subquest. Now, the world's fairly small. It doesn't take you long to run across it, but the side character actually says, just for once, I wish the quest giver and the quest thing were in the same region.
Wow.
Like the game calls it out on itself, how ridiculous this running back and forth across the map is.
That's a little low for it to be.
Oh, but it's also funny because the character's just smarmy as heck, right? So it just comes off perfect because of the way the character is. But yeah, all I'm doing is waiting on the stupid flower quest, and once I get the flower quest done, I can go finish the first ending. After which I have to play through the game 3 more times to get all 4 endings. So
that is
now it's
super
not the
disrespectful
full
of your
game.
time.
Yeah, it is. Well, Automata was too, but it made it fun. This one's disrespectful of your time and just makes you suck it. Well, it doesn't make you. I could not do it, but hello, have you met me? I stalled out on playing The Witcher for 3 years because I got stuck picking flowers in the forest and some rando killed me and I said, F this, and went on to something else. Yeah, so that is the majority of what I've been doing. I'm sure there's other little things in there that I've forgotten or misplaced. I'm sure there's a show I've watched that I didn't remember to write down. And like I said, I usually been trying to remember to write things down as I do them the last few years, because otherwise we get to the end of the year and it's like, I don't remember what the heck I played or did. And I have not done that yet this year. So I need to try to catch up on that. But anyway, that's me. That's been like 45 minutes. That's way too long. I'm shutting up now.
Dave,
Hey,
what have you been up to?
a lot of little portable stuff, like more than usual, which is
Shock.
I know, right? So some interesting things. So the Playdate had a nice big update where they have where the store is like built in to the thing, and they gave you a couple more free games to download. So like now you don't have to go to like the website, and it was actually a really painless procedure before to hook the thing into the computer and hook it up to the website. Hook it up to the website and
Right.
download stuff to it. Like it wasn't a painful process in any way, shape, or form. They just put it all in the device now, so it's even easier.
Are you pulling my crank?
I wish. So, and I'm really excited because I just saw an announcement for a what did they call it? It's something like a devolved version of Celeste.
Interesting.
Okay.
Right. Where it's just like, it's going to be like a simplified version of the game, made for the hardware, being it is only, 2 colors.
Oh, they're not devolving Celeste. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I was imagining like some grotesque mid-evolution version of Celeste, and I was very confused.
Slimming down the game to have a version on the Playdate.
A stripped down version.
Yeah, so that's interesting to me. I just saw the article like literally right before this started, so I don't know if it's out yet or about to be out or whatever.
Okay, so it's literally Celeste. It's not just like it's Celeste inspired. It's like literally a version of Celeste,
Yes.
like you had
Well,
Teenage Mutant
people
Ninja
that made
Turtles for the
Celeste.
Game Boy.
Yeah, the people that made Celeste are making it for.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I think that's neat. It's just like, I don't know, it's fun. Like they don't have to do that.
I do have a question to interrupt you for 1 second because I tried to get your attention before you started, but I failed. Do you own a Steam Deck yet?
I don't.
I mean, I thought you were a mobile collector.
I am, but that one's priced out of.
I don't know, man. I've seen you drop way more for some stuff.
Yes, but I've also been drinking less.
But I mean,
He pulls out of a
Cro-
non-alcoholic can. Wow.
Crow Dad says I do have a Steam Deck and I have a bunch of emulators on it. Lol.
Yeah, well, I got into. Well, that brings me to my next, one that I've been playing. Did I show you this already?
Yes,
So
and it
this
is cool.
Yeah, this is the Retroid 3 Plus.
Shank says I have one too, Dave. Jeez, get on the wagon.
Yeah, well, they're awesome. So
No. He's talking about the Steam Deck.
Oh yeah, well, I know. It's just it was beyond impulse buy. So
I mean, two Lego sets, maybe 1.5 Lego sets, and you've got a Steam Deck.
But I wanted the Lego sets. Like that's
Right.
the thing.
But I'm just saying, if you've got
didn't
one
wanna-
that you're on the fence about, just save the money for that one and buy a Steam Deck.
I know. Eventually I'll get one.
Beyond impulse buy means not enough booze.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's the thing. And for the most part, I've been playing the Sega CD game called Panic. Are you familiar with that game?
I am, sadly.
And that's what I'm doing with this for the most part. Which is just
So what I'm hearing is Dave disrespects his own time.
I do. But I just had this love for that game, Panic. I don't know why. It's just such a quirky thing that should have never been made. So, I just love it. It is just as goofy as hell. But so I've been playing like Sega CD games on there and stuff and just kind of like, having fun with that. I've been playing arcade games on the Miu Mini Plus. So I have like a ton of like MAME, stuff on there. So I'm playing that on there. So that's fun. There's also the Evercade EXP. This is the one that has Capcom games installed on it. Like the EXP comes with Capcom games pre-installed on there. So like the arcade games, like 1941, 1942, those, and it plays in vertical mode, which is the feature they added to this. So it plays in like the arcade perfect vertical shooters.
Does it have Ikari Warriors on there?
No, that wasn't Capcom.
Wasn't it?
No. Wasn't that Konami?
Oh yeah, that was Konami. You're right.
Yeah. So that's been a lot of fun, like playing that stuff on there. There's a cartridge, Indie Heroes 2. I've been playing on it. They just started up their Game of the Month thing where they give you
SNK.
Ikari Warriors was SNK?
I thought so, but I had to double check it when you both agreed on Konami. So yeah.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that was SNK.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Huh. So that would have been a Neo Geo cart. Interesting.
Yeah, but I don't remember. That was before the Neo Geo, though.
It was. It was way before the Neo Geo.
That's why I'm not.
It was arcade originally, right? So,
Yeah. Because my dad and I went on a fishing trip to Minnesota, and in the lodge, they had the original Ikari Warriors cabinet.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
I did very little fishing.
We actually, side note, we went to this burger joint that's been real popular and getting a lot of buzz in this little town in Jersey by us, and the place is called Burger Time. And it's made to look like their signage is
Nice.
an arcade game, and they have an arcade game of Burger Time in there.
Oh, wow.
But does the guy actually come and walk on the ingredients of your burger before serving it to you?
No. Thankfully, they are adhering to, health code for all that stuff. But man, great freaking burgers! Oh my god, really good stuff. Good fried pickles. It was like fried. It wasn't. Sometimes I've had a couple times of fried pickles and I wasn't too thrilled about them.
Yeah.
Like really like coated with stuff, and it was just like this was like a little pickle chip tempura.
Mhm.
Very good, very good. They did it.
Crowdad wants to know, wait, Dave is from New Jersey? If he's an MJF fan, so help me God.
He's not from Jersey.
He's from Long Island. MJF's from Long Island, but,
MJF is from Long Island. My wife is from Long Island.
But are you an MJF fan?
I appreciate him.
Yeah, I love him. I think he's amazing. Crowdad says close enough. Lol.
Close. Is that like bad or something like that?
Yeah, Crowdad, I think, is like Lexi and detests MJF.
How he's funny.
He's so good. Anyways, we got to talk about that later. But yes, go ahead.
But they had the arcade machine in there. So Alex was like, "Can I play the game?" I was like, "Sure." I was like, and he went up to it. And he was like, "What do I do?" And I was like, "Oh, buddy, you need a quarter." So he goes and he plays for 2 seconds and he gets game over. And he was like, "I got a game over." I'm like, "Oh, welcome to the old days, buddy." I was like, "This is what you do." I was like, "You had to put a quarter in to play, and you had to try and not die." And then next thing you know, he was just like, "I need another quarter." I'm like, "Yeah, we're out of." But he learned a little history that day. I thought that was fun. So what else? So there was that. What was there? The Switch. I beat a game. No, really.
Like physically, or
I mean, it felt that way because it was a tough game. I beat Dead Cells.
Oh, nice.
So
Like fifth boss cell beat.
yeah,
Oh wow.
Did you get the DLC and play the Castlevania DLC?
did.
And you
And
beat that too?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, right?
When did
But
you
how
find
did
all the
it-
time to do this?
Dude, it was just clicking. I was playing at night, and well, I was just, I don't know. I was just into it. I was into it. I was into
Time compression.
I will say though that the one advice that we got from our friend Ian to switch to shields and get good at shields in that game was the key.
Hmm.
Because that was that was game changer right there.
Crodad says Dead Cells is amazing. It's really good on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I've heard that. Fine on the Switch. I've been having fun on the Switch with it.
Shank says, shields, what kind of poser needs a shield?
Yeah, the one who smashes everybody to death with one. So it worked.
He says, Dodger, get the fuck. Damn it, Shank. Dodger GTFO.
Which is fine. You can still dodge with that, but like I've been having the shield. Like I'm going in with the shield, and I'm just like, I do this like when I had this one shield that like what they call it. It's called it's punishment. Is the name of the shield, where like when you parry something, it just like makes everybody's heads explode. So like that's fun. You overload everything in green on it. And then also you add in the mutation of every time you parry, you get like back a percentage of health. And once that keeps getting leveled up, you get like 5% health back every time you do a parry. And it's just, you become a monster. So I'm all about that.
Chat says monsters are people who don't buy a Steam Deck.
Ouch.
Wow, they're really going hard on this.
Actually, that was me.
Oh,
That makes a little more sense.
yeah. It's not that I don't want one. Okay. It's just not happening right now. Like believe me, I thought about it and I was just like, no, my main interest was doing like the retro stuff on it and everything because like the games I wanted to play, I was like, honestly, stuff's still like on a spit. I got tons to play. Like, it's basically like, can I justify the cost versus what I'm really getting out of it? And it's just like, if I'm really, if I'm getting all the other stuff out of other stuff for a lot less, I can't justify it right now. So I had to be a responsible adult for the first time in my life.
Crodad says Hades is really good on the Steam Deck as well.
I have that on the Switch. I don't understand. Like if I got all that on the Switch.
Wait, you don't understand why you need another handheld console?
I know. I said that. I know. That's. Yeah,
I'm just pointing out the dichotomy of your existence here suddenly.
I know. We're talking about a guy that has this.
Yeah.
Did you ever see what we?
And that's not the smallest one.
No, that's not the smallest one.
Where's your
He's got
Nano?
the five pixel wide Tetris player.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's this. I like this one, my fun key. And that's all. That's awesome.
Crodhead says you should just sell all the other ones since the Steam Deck can do all of them.
I know, but it's like much bigger. Like
He needs his bathroom ready devices. The Steam
Yeah,
Deck is
Crodad,
too
I
big
don't
for
know
the
that you've
bathroom.
seen this one. No, you never were on screen when you were holding it up, Dave, because you didn't say anything.
oh, okay. So then there's this, which is a fully functional, tiny little game system that actually plays like Tetris. There's like a version of Asteroids on it. There's a little Mario game that's kind of like an endless runner, type thing. But it's like it works. It's playable.
Chat's killing me. Crodad says, okay, so that's amazing. And Shank says, get out with that Micro Machine nonsense.
Yeah. I don't know why I have it.
You gotta talk really fast now. You gotta
Yeah,
talk like the Micro Machine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not happening. Especially not right now.
Okay, so what else have you been playing? Because otherwise we'll never get through it.
Oh, okay.
Which is my fault. I'm not blaming you. That's my fault because I keep derailing you. Number one, how do your hands use that? Number two, you're 57. How can you see the screen?
47. Thank you very much. Who said that?
Shank, and then credits. A good question.
No, it's 47. Thank you very much. Don't let that rumor get worse than it already is. And if you're talking about how do you actually physically play this, you don't. Okay, it's a novelty. Even my son was like, I can't do anything with this. I was like, I know, dude. He's like, why are you like this, Dad? And I'm like, I don't know. So it's not. I get it, you know.
Shank said,
But
I heard it's because he's 67.
dude, that is not cool.
I agree.
That is so not cool.
You got your you got your hobbies, homie.
Yeah. There will be a Steam Deck in my future at some point. You know, it's on the list, but it's just not, you know, a priority right now because I can play the stuff I want on other stuff. So until, you know, I'll get there. What else? What else? What else? I think that's it playing wise. There's probably like something else on the Switch, and I've been playing some stuff with my son. Oh, PlayStation VR too.
Oh, you got it. That's right.
Yeah.
And how do you like it?
It's really good.
How's the distributed weight? Is it good for long play?
I mean, I haven't had any issues with it. My son hasn't had like, you know, he takes breaks every like half hour with it just because like, you know, the eyes and stuff like that. I will say one thing, and this is going to get into the age thing. But I want to switch to my other glasses that that don't have the progressive lenses. Because I noticed that kind of messes things up a little bit. Like some things are blurred. I'm like, oh, it's because I'm looking down through my reading portion of the glasses. So I have to have VR glasses. So that's kind of funny. Other than that, I'm a little annoyed right now because like my son's picking out some weird games. So I haven't had a chance to buy any of the top tier games yet. His first game he wanted to play was Job Simulator. So I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's a great game. What are you talking about?
But right, I didn't know what the game was. He insisted on it, and I was just like, okay. And but it's actually hilarious.
Now, how old is Alex?
He's 8.
So
Or
I'm
7.
just pointing out that your 8-year-old son is more in touch with mainstream current video games than you are.
But I'm not. Yeah, that was never going to be a doubt. I have not been in touch with mainstream gaming since like I was 15. And even then it was arguable.
Dave, when you get your Steam Deck, the first game you must install is Power Wash Simulator.
Okay. That one I'll agree with, but I got a real power washer and I do the patio every once in a while, and it is extremely satisfying. So I get that. When people were saying like Power Wash Simulator, I'm like, have you ever power washed a patio for real? Like it is the most satisfying thing in the world. So I get that one. So he plays Job Simulator. What the Bat was the other one. Also very fun. I did download for myself Res, which is
Trippy AF.
Yeah, I'm in heaven with that one. I mean, that is, and especially like there's like haptics in the head, and like, oh my god, that is. I mean, because my love affair with that game, since yeah, because the original was on the Japanese Dreamcast. So like I've had it for that. I bought it again when it came out on the PlayStation in the US. I bought it again when it was like, what they released it on, PlayStation 3 or 4?
I think it was 4.
4. So I got it on the 4. Yeah, because I got it on the 4 thinking I was going to get VR.
And then you didn't.
And then I didn't.
Now, do you have Moss yet? Or Moss 2?
No, I've been trying to talk my kid into that one next. Because I heard that's really good.
It's fantastic.
That's one I have my eye on, and the other one I have, I mean, obviously Horizon, I heard is awesome. I heard the Resident Evil's awesome. And what you call it? He also was the other one we got the other week was Tentacular, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Where you play like a big monster and everything. Fun game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing like some of the top tier stuff.
I don't know, Crodad. Walking Dead may be too scary for an 8-year-old.
Yeah, that's not. We're
Yeah.
not doing that.
But man, what was I going to tell you though? Oh, but Fallout 4. Are you interested in doing something like that? Like one of the larger scale games like that?
I don't know what to say. Also on the Play 5, I'm playing that Star Wars game.
Wait, before you leave the PSVR 2. So since you bought it, and you're probably the only person I know who's bought it so far, what would you give it out of 10 since you've been playing all these games on it along with your boy?
I mean, you know, my kid loves it, so that's cool. The tech is impressive, super cool,
Hard to set up or fairly easy?
fairly easy. You do have to have some space for some of the games. You can fake it a little bit, so that's kind of cool.
Does it offer like a seated, where you can just sit?
Some games do not.
Hmm.
So some games you do have to have the room. So I thought that was interesting that's sometimes it's not an option.
Right. That's weird.
Yeah. So like Res is fine because you can play that seated. But there's like What the Bat, you have to be able to walk around. And I'm like, ooh. And luckily we just reconfigured the living room to make it easier. That was like the side benefit of that, is it made it easier for the configuration of the VR. So that worked out nice. We don't have to like shift stuff around like we used to. But yeah, like you do need to have some room for that.
You do set up a virtual barrier though, right? And it tells you when you're getting close to the edge of the play space.
And it does. I don't know. Did the last one do the thing where like it showed you,
No,
like it switches off?
no.
So the setup was kind of cool because like as soon as you're setting it up, all of a sudden it goes boom, and it's showing you the room around you, and then you're setting up the area in like you're setting up the mesh area overlaid across like the real world. So it looks pretty slick. When you're doing stuff, you're looking around, it's showing you like, what your floor space is like, but it's doing like the grid overlay, the stuff. So, it's doing a whole bunch of stuff like that. It's very slick. When you go out of your space, it actually like it turns off the game and you see like the black and white, the world around you until you step back in the space. So it's kind of neat.
That's cool.
Yeah, tech wise it's great. Nope, I wasn't getting a headache from it. Not seeing any screen door kind of effect or anything like that. Like that's not a part of it. Looks fantastic.
Controllers
Controllers are great. They're really slick. You got all the haptics in there. There's haptics in the headpiece. So like yeah, it's slick.
So
and one of the big things from the other one, it's a single cable, right? One USB-C to the front of the box.
Oh, nice.
So
Wait, do you have it too, Matt?
No, I've just
okay.
researched it a lot to talk myself out of buying it.
That sounds sad.
Well, the good news is nobody bought it, so the price will be coming down really quick.
Yeah.
Can I recommend it for the price? You got to really like VR for that. Like the reason, I got it is because like, my son got it. My son wanted it. He said that he wanted to use like all of his Christmas money toward it, that he got from like, grandma, grandpa, kind of stuff. So, he was, doing that. I got, some money for Christmas. So I put it toward it. So it brought the cost down to very reasonable for us. So I didn't feel too bad about that. But it's a big ask, for that, because especially since you need to have a PlayStation 5 too, with it.
Right.
I mean, yeah, of course, cheaper than doing like a full PC rig, if you're going that route. So it's probably like highest quality for lowest cost. overall, maybe if you already have a PS5. So if you're really into VR, you can't go wrong with it. But for most normal people, wait till the price comes down and enjoy it then.
What would you give it out of 10 though, taking price into consideration?
Taking price into consideration?
Yeah, price in and price out. Do it both ways.
Yeah, I mean, tech wise and everything, it's really solid. A good 9 out of 10 just from the straight, tech and enjoyment of it. With price factored in, it's a hard ask, for people like that. That drops it down to like a 7, probably
Yeah.
for that. Just because that's a lot to bite off. But there's huge advantages to it because, like, I've heard, like, other people that have like you were talking about the what was the one?
MetaQuest?
Yeah, and like unless you have the extended battery, it only lasts like 15 minutes or something like that.
I realized we never talked about that, so I added it to my list here. Because we've only talked about it in group. We never talked about it actually on the show.
Oh, you did? No, you did.
Did I?
The last time we talked.
Okay.
The last time we talked about it, you were saying about how you got it as like a...
It's 30 minutes. Yeah, my wife wanted it at our Christmas party from work right before they laid her off.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Yeah. So, Merry Christmas. There you go.
Yeah. So, but the good thing is, like, you don't have to worry about it not keeping a charge or anything. Controllers seem to last, long enough for good play sessions. And the controllers are very slick. The thing's very responsive. Yeah, I mean it's good stuff. But
Crodad says, you know what doesn't require you to set up the room? The Steam Deck.
yes,
yeah.
However,
and it's about the same it's about the same price as the.
Costs more than that.
Yes.
Because if I have to get a Steam Deck, I got to get the good one.
Oh, okay.
So that's what's holding me back on that too. It's not like I can get the cheap Steam Deck and be happy with that. I know I got the good one.
And you do need to take into consideration